everyone, welcome to my channel. I thought today I would continue a play session that started on my live stream last Wednesday where these are some of the papers that we ended up making. And I was playing with different Christmas card ideas. I was inspired by these ATC stencils sold at PM Artist Studios. And that's going to be the main theme for my Christmas cards. So I'll have a few videos, I think, this month making cards. I think my live this next Wednesday will be all about making cards. So I don't know. I don't have like a big plan. It's just kind of intuitive play. I'm not mass making cards. Some might end up getting, ideas recycled, obviously. But so I just want to show you what I did was I was making a card using light modeling paste. So these cards are inspired by Patricia and Mariah at PM Artist Studios. And Patricia made a lot of cards using different ATC stencils. And one of the techniques she used was using a modeling paste or stencil butter. I have some stencil butter. I don't have it in front of me, but I'll probably make some using that as well. They use Light and Fluffy. I do have some Light and Fluffy, but mine was actually dried up. So I'm trying to reconstitute that. In the meantime, I just used this Liquitex one. And I had this envelope that someone had sent me in some Happy Mail. And I had some extra modeling paste left over in the stencil I hadn't cleaned yet. So I just plopped it on there and I scraped it on using just a palette knife, just carefully. And then I pulled it off and let it dry. And then I just kind of rough cut it out. I was thinking about like fussy cutting it, but for this one, I just really want that purple to show. So I just kind of rough cut it. I didn't want it perfect. And I thought it looked really pretty either on this one. So I'll have to glue down, this is tissue paper, so I'll have to glue it down onto my card base. And then I could pop that up, but I want to zhuzh up this part of the card. And I couldn't decide whether to put it on the purple or the gold. But I think I like it on the purple. So that's my plan. This card base is 5 by 6.5. I'm going to go to my cutter and cut it down 4.5 by 6. All right, so I'm going to go do that. I have it cut down. And I'm just going to glue it onto my card base just using a glue stick. Did I mention that's tracing paper? I don't know if I mentioned that. If you wanted to go more see-through, you would use something like matte medium, I think. But I'm just going to use a glue stick because I'm putting it on a white cardstock and I just want it to stay dry. I don't want my cardstock to get all wobbly or all wonky. So because there's really no paint, acrylic paint on the back side, gluing it on with the glue stick should work fine. If there's acrylic paint, if I had like a double-sided print, I would probably use some stronger glue, like some Aleene's Tacky glue, and then spread it with the glue stick, but this should work fine. Now, I'm not the best at getting things on straight. I know I want this darker corner at the bottom. So I'm just going to do my best to glue it on. I'm going to start at the bottom. Hopefully that's straight enough. And it's not perfectly straight, but it's close enough, and I'll probably add some little, maybe some doodle borders. I could have cut it down even more to make more of a doodle border. So that looks cute just like that, but I'm gonna add some inks to this. Let's just go for it. So maybe some purple ink would look cute. Just looking at the print, there's a bit of blue in there, and there's a bit of gold right there. I don't know if you can see that gold. Let's just use the purple, and this is a dark blue. This is acrylic ink. This is Bombay ink. Now I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to drip and spray. And then I'll probably add a bit of gold highlights. So like I said, I don't really have like a set plan. I'm just gonna move this over here. I'm just gonna spray that with a little bit of water. Hopefully you can see that well enough. Let's add a little bit of this blue. I'm gonna add from the bottom. It's got a bit of a gloopiness in it, but that's okay. Spray that. I should be wearing gloves because I feel like this is going to be messy. Now I'm going to just hold that down. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry as is, and we'll see how it looks when we come back. Now he's dry, and I think I'm going to add just a little bit of ink just along the edges, just to frame him out. I'm just going to use just a little bit of the purple, and I'm just going to use the side of my dropper, and I'm not going to spray this with water. I'm just going to let that be an edge. And this Bombay ink is permanent, and so is the acrylic ink. So once it's dry, that's pretty much how it's going to stay. So I'm going to let that dry so that I don't get too dirty. So he's dry, and this modeling paste does pick up the ink, so you can see how it actually colored the modeling paste. So I have to decide, I mean, it's cute. It is cute like that. It's very subtle. I could leave it like that, but I think I want to bump it up a bit. I'm gonna add some gold. I did cut down the other print, which is also on tracing paper, into, I think it's 3x4. So I could put that here and then put this on top. And I kind of like it not flat, like sort of crinkly. So that looks kind of cute, but I would like to bring some gold into here. And I think I want to stencil the word peace down below, or maybe up top. I don't know, I kind of just like it centered. I think I'm gonna just skip the words. All right, so that's a go. I'm definitely gonna put that down. So I'm gonna just use a glue stick for that. So I really appreciate you watching this. If you wanna click on notifications so you don't miss my live on Wednesday, that would be very fun to see you there. Hopefully this is recording properly. I've been having a hard time with that. And I don't really care that the pattern's not lining up. This is all done using one stencil, and it's Peacock Swirls by Darcy Sanders, a PM Artist Studio stencil. And if you want to see how I made that, you can check out my live from last week. It's called In It for the Long Haul. So you can see a little bit of the pattern behind it. If I really wanted to, because where there's no paint, it's see-through, but if I really wanted that to disappear more, I could have used a wetter medium. But like I said, I'm trying to keep this card on the dry side. I don't want it too wrinkly. So I could do that, which is pretty, but we're kind of lost the bird. So I could just go over with a gel pen. Let's do that. Let's just keep it simple. I'm going to use a gold gel pen and a white gel pen. All right, so let's do the star gold. And I'm just going to color it in. Hopefully that's going to show enough. If not, we can always go to plan B, which I don't know what it is. So there's the gold star. Let's see how it looks with the white. I'm keeping it kind of sketchy because I'm hoping that some of the ink that accumulated on the modeling paste is going to still show through, because I did like that effect. Now, if this was a water-soluble ink, you would see the Jelly Roll absorb some of that color, but because it is a permanent ink, it shouldn't do that. It should just stay white. Let's give him a little white eye. And these stars, let's just highlight the edges of them. It's a little tricky, this angle, but I'm trying to just stay on the edge of the star. It's a very whimsical bird, so if it's not a perfect outline, I think it totally suits it. So I'm not worried about it. Now, I don't know if that gold is showing. Yeah, I think it is. Now I have to decide, do I want to outline his little legs as well, or do I want to keep them more subtle? I think for balance, I have to outline them. So we shall do that. And I'm kind of going outside of the modeling paste, like I'm going on top of the modeling paste, but I'm also going on the paper itself so that it's more of a continuous line. There we go. I like it. It's very simple, very quick. And I'm just going to adhere that, but I'm not going to make it go flat. I'm going to just use some pop dots, use these black ones. So I'm just going to kind of put the pop dots where it's naturally raised, just to emphasize that. Over here. Sort of this corner. Okay, so I've got the pop dots there, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of this two-sided tape. If I can find the end where it's actually gonna touch in the middle, just to make sure it doesn't fall off. We're gonna lift that up, pull those off. We're gonna stick that down. So I like it that it's wrinkly. That's cool. I think it's cool. Gives it like a sort of a sculptural element. And I'm tempted to just do a gold. Should we do gold stars around? Just some hand stars, or just some little dual stars. I think that pen's almost done. Let's just do some dual stars around the edge in our gold Jelly Roll, or maybe just the corners, and then we'll join them with some faux stitching. Or let's just do a wiggly line. I think that goes with it better. And a wiggly line here. And a wiggly line here. And then last one. Good. So there we go. So there's our card made using the long haul mid-haul prints that I made on Wednesday, using a fun stencil from PM Artist Studios, a Paula Keen design. And all that's left to do is I just have to add a message inside, and that's ready to mail. And of course, you know, you could stamp on words, you could stamp on patterns. Possibilities are endless. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope to see you on Wednesday. Bye.